morning, children. Welcome to our science class. Today, we will discuss the chemical properties of matter. Not all properties of matter can be observed immediately. Sometimes, the composition of a material has to change first before certain property can be observed. This property is known as chemical property. A chemical property is most evident when a certain material chemically reacts with another material. These are some chemical properties of materials: combustibility and flammability. Combustibility is the ability of a material to burn, while flammability is the ability of a material to ignite or catch fire easily. Alcohol is an example of a combustible material. It burns when it reacts with a lighted matchstick. Alcohol and gasoline are both combustible and flammable. They can burn fast. However, not all combustible materials are flammable. For example, a big chunk of wood can burn when subjected to high amount of heat, but it will not catch fire easily unless you expose it longer so that it will start burning. Combustible and flammable materials need to be disposed properly because they react readily and easily when exposed to extreme heat. These materials are useful in some ways, but proper handling must be done when using them. Next is biodegradability. Some materials can decompose or decay through the action of bacteria and other organisms. When these materials decompose, their particles return to the soil. The ability of a material to decompose is also known as biodegradability. Example of biodegradable materials are fruit and vegetable peelings, plant clippings, and dead plants and animals. They can be buried in a compost pit, which is a shallow hole dug in the ground, then covered with topsoil. Over time, earthworms and microorganisms act on the buried materials and gradually break down into compost, which is a natural fertilizer. Non-biodegradable materials take a much longer time to fully decompose. These materials must be reused in another way. The evidence of chemical change. Whenever a material undergoes chemical change, one or more of these evidences are observed. Number 1. Formation of new product. Example: when a nail is exposed to oxygen and water, rust forms on its surface. Once rust is formed, the original material is unidentifiable. Number 2 is the formation of gas. This evidence usually coincides with the formation of a new product. For example, when a material is burning, gas in the form of smoke is released together with the formation of ashes. Also, when baking soda is mixed with vinegar, bubbles are formed as the baking soda starts to curdle or form lumps. Number 3. Release of heat. These are instances when chemical change results in the sudden heating or cooling of a material. For example, when a metal is soaked in an acid, heat is released as the metal starts to wear away due to the acid's strength. Okay kids, that ends our lesson for today. I hope that you have learned a lot in this discussion. If you are new in this channel, click the subscribe button.